Let's look at an example of a unit value index or UVI. Consider two hypothetical establishments A and B, both exporting Class 1 Fuji Supreme apples that meet the same size, quality and color standards. Establishment A sells 250 apples for $600 in period 0, which works out to a cost of $2.40 per apple. In period C, establishment A exports 100 apples for $240. The unit value works out to $2.40 per apple, indicating no change in price. Similarly, the unit value for establishment B works out to $2 in both period 0 and in period C, again indicating no change in price. Most price indexes would report no change in price between period 0 and C, but the unit value index tells a different story. Let's explore more. In period 0, the total unit value is $2,100 divided by 1,000, which gives us $2.10. In period C, the total unit value is $2,640 divided by 1,300, which gives us slightly more than $2.03. The unit value index is calculated as the total unit value in period C divided by the total unit value in period 0 multiplied by 100. As shown here, the value of the UVI in period C is 96.7. So, the UVI shows a decline of 3.3% between period 0 and period C. The overall revenue per unit of constant quality output that is exported has fallen. Other price index formulas would give a result of no price change because they would miss the effect of substitution between exporters on the overall export price level. But the UVI gets it right because quantities exported have switched from the more expensive producer to the less expensive one. We already saw that apples from establishment B are cheaper than the apples from establishment A, maybe because B has cheaper input, capital or labor costs. Note that UVIs are only right when the goods or services being summed are homogeneous or nearly identical. This is because we sum the quantities in the denominator of the unit value and it is only meaningful to add like to like. However, if the goods produced by the establishment were not homogeneous, then summing the total quantities in a UVI would give a misleading result. In this case, a weighted average of price changes of the individual items should be used instead. Let's understand this with an example of an inappropriately used UVI. Here, importer A specializes in importing Fiats, while importer B specializes in importing Mercedes. While the individual unit values of the Fiats imported by A and the Mercedes imported by B remain the same between period 0 and period C, the combined unit value of both importers together declines from 27,500 to 25,000. This decline in the UVI would not be appropriate to use in the import price index as it represents a shift in the types of cars imported and not a change in the price of same constant quality of cars.